Hey, Jeff here from Book More Brides. I wanted to share with you a conversation I had the other day with a wedding pro. It's a conversation I've had so many times before in the past. In fact, I felt like I was in Groundhog Day having this talk. I think it's a conversation you've had as well. Here was his beef. He'd been advertising for, I don't know, a couple of years with one of the big wedding websites, and he was really not happy with his results. He was basically thought the site stinks, it's not worth the money, I wasted my money on this site's no good. I'm ditching them and moving on. And I thought, well, how do you know the site's not working? Is there not enough traffic on the site? Is it the wrong kind of traffic? What's not working about the site? And he basically gave me the blank stare. So then I realized it's probably pretty important to figure out the path from where the bride first gets introduced to his brand all the way to where he meets him. Call it the sales chain, because we got to figure out where the weakest link is in this chain, why his advertising is not working. So here's a little drawing of a basic sales chain that I whipped up for you. We'll start with the bride, and it ends with you. So let's just say the bride makes it to this great bridal website where you're advertising on, or maybe it's a magazine, you have an ad in there. Maybe the site's not working. Maybe it is. You need to ask and find out. What kind of traffic do they get? If it's a magazine, what kind of distribution? Is it the right kind of traffic for you? What's the demographics? Where are these brides coming from? These are things you really need to know. So let's just say this site is kicking butt. It's a great site. There's tons of traffic on here. So we're not going to blame them for the moment. Let's move down the sales chain to your ad. Maybe your ad stinks. Most people don't like to admit they have a crappy ad, but unfortunately, a lot of them are. Maybe it's ineffective. Maybe it's not calling the bride to take an action. Maybe he just put a picture of a bride on an ad or flowers or something having to do with a wedding, slapped it up there with the company name, and figured, good enough. Wrong. Not good enough. But let's just assume, again, that his ad's great. It's a perfect ad. Brides just can't wait to click on it. So now they've made it to his website, next link in the chain. All right, they land on his website and they hate it. It doesn't speak to them at all. So they bounce. Or maybe there's no call to action. Maybe his contact information is on the first page and they don't really want to hang around and look through all the other pages to find that contact information. There's about a million reasons why they could bounce from the website. I asked him, do you have any kind of analytics on your site to tell you where your brides are coming from? Again, the blank stare. You've got to have some kind of analytics on your site. You really need to know if they're making it from this site that you invested in to your website. So let's just assume that his website's great and that's working out. Maybe the weakest link was him. Maybe when they went to contact him, he didn't bother emailing her back right away. Brides hate that when you let them just hang out there. Or maybe she left a message on his machine and he didn't answer for a few days. Again, fail. You could be the weakest link. So maybe that website that you advertised with is really not the problem. Maybe it was a good investment, but you hadn't backed it up right with a good sales chain. You want a nice straight path for the bride to go from the ad to you. If you have any questions about this sales chain, leave a comment below and we'll definitely help you out. If you have any rants or you need more help, just let us know. Thanks for listening.